FlossTube. This is Kathy, the Kentucky Woman Stitcher, and I am back for video number 10. I'd like to welcome back all of my old subscribers, and if there's any new viewers out there, I would like to welcome you as well. Well, here it is, the end of December. Christmas is over, and we're about to start a new year. I hope that everyone had a wonderful Christmas, and they got to celebrate with family and friends and just had an awesome day. I meant to be back before Christmas, but you know, it's such a busy time of the year that sometimes you just can't do everything that you want to do. But I am here for the end of the year, but just barely, and I just have a few little Christmas finishes I want to share with you. First, though, I want to share some Stitchy kindness. You know, in the last video, I said I had all of the Prairie Schooler seasonal charts, except for the spring one, which is Spring Has Come. And one of my subscribers, Constantina in Greece, was so very kind to gift me with this Prairie Schooler Spring Has Come chart. So this came all the way from Greece. I was so surprised when she contacted me. She sent this chart, and she sent some cookies and some candy, and I'm just so appreciative that she thought of me and was willing to share this with me. So thank you, Constantina. Well, sorry about that. The phone was ringing, so I paused the video while I took care of that. So once again, thank you, Constantina, for gifting me with this wonderful chart. Now I have all 4 of them, and I can get them all stitched up. Some other things that something I shared that I was going to start were the hands-on design White Christmas. I picked out 3 of those: Tree Farm, Cut and Carry, and Zinc House Row. And I did get those stitched. I finished each of them a little differently, but they're all stitched on the same thing. They're all stitched on 32 count Patriots Brew by R&R Reproductions. So here is Tree Farm. I wanted to add a little red to it, so this little bar above the doors is red, and then the little snowflake is red. This is a pretty big ornament. It's a lot bigger than I thought. It's almost as big as my hand. But I did use Kathy's templates that were on her blog. I just used a splotchy fabric. It's not really Christmassy, but I thought it went with the design. It's got some light teal and dark teal in it. And then I just finished it with cording. I used 926, DMC 926 to make the cording. And then I used a little wooden bead at the top of this one and just left some little things hanging down there. So this ended up being a very large ornament. But I think it turned out really cute. The next one is Cut and Carry. I wanted to add a little red to this one too, so for the little lights up here, instead of using cross stitches, I used petite seed beads, and I used red and white and just alternated those. And that's the red for this one. I added a little bow, the same cording, and the same finishing fabric. But I thought that turned out really cute. Now the last one, Zinc House Row, I couldn't decide where to add any red. There really wasn't a place to to substitute for a red, so I just stitch this as is. It's really hard to see that the roofs are a different color, but same cording, same finishing fabric, and this one is another little bead I used at the top. So I'm very pleased with all three of those. I think they turned out nice. That color is not so much Christmassy, but it is kind of a winter color, and I just think it's a very soft design there. So I enjoyed stitching that. The next are some finishes from things that I stitched long ago, and I finally FFO'd them. They came from that big stack of Christmas ornaments that I had stitched that I'd showed you in one of my earlier videos. So the first one was a kit from the Trilogy, and it's called Deck the Home. And it came in a little case with the threads and the fabric. The fabric is 32 count summer khaki. So I just finished it as a tuck pillow. It does have beads here for the holly. I used red and green cording, and then just some fun fabric for the back that I thought coordinated with the design. And then just made some little tassel things here. The next one is from the 2007 Just Cross Stitch Ornament Issue. It is this one right here called Merry and Bright by Little Design. It's stitched on a darker fabric, which I used something else, just something that I had. So it's a little lighter. It is a 32, it's a 36 count linen. I did change the color of the star. In the original chart it is much lighter, and so that did not show up on this fabric very well, so I changed it to, I believe I changed it to Straw Bonnet, which is a little more yellow. But I used red and green checked homespun. I love the way that checks look, but it sure is a pain to get them straight. I had to really work hard to make sure my stripes didn't go, excuse me, diagonally instead of straight. I used red and green cording on this as well. Has some little tassels with some beads on the side. And this is also a tuck pillow. So I think that's very cute. Very prim looking. The next one is from the 2008 Just Cross Stitch Ornament Issue. And it's this one up here. And it is called Glory to God by Little House Needleworks. I stitched this on a 32 count, kind of looks like a 32 count raw, and I did use the called for colors. There's a little design in the bottom of the dress that is a different color, but it's very difficult to see. It's almost the same color as the dress. So if I ever stitch it again, I would probably make that something that would stand out more. Now, the fabric I used, it's not really a traditional Christmas fabric, but when I was looking through my fabric stash, I don't know, this just kind of jumped out at me because of the colors. I thought it went really well with the design colors. So I finished this as a tuck pillow, and I used DMC 434 for the cording, and just made those little things hang down there. So I've got 3 new tuck pillows for my basket. I believe there's a coordinating chart that's similar to this that you can buy from Little House Needleworks. I don't know the name of it though. I should have checked that. Well, those are all the finishes that I have. This is going to be a really short video. I do have one whip that I'm working on. It's a Christmas design as well. Let's see. Got to take this out of the bag. This is by AnnaLee Waite Designs. I had never seen anything by her before, but this caught my eye. It's called Holiday Thoughts, and it's red and green for Christmas. It's got holidays, love, joyful. This called for a 26 count linen, but I decided to stitch mine on 36 count Arctic by Picture This Plus. It's a blue, and I thought that made the colors stand out. So I still have the rest of the tree to do, and the rest of holidays, and then there's some greenery at the top and a border all the way around, and then some snowflakes over here. So I still have quite a bit of work to do, but I'm enjoying this very much. So if any of you are interested in checking out AnnaLee Waite Designs, oops, there's a website on here. It's AnnaLeeDesigns.com. I'll try to link that in my comments at the bottom, my description. Well, that's basically all I have. I just wanted to get a little video out before the new year, and to share some of my Christmas finishes. I don't know, you know that they're starting a Stitch Along with the Little House Needlework and Country Cottage Needleworks Facebook page with the, there were 4 designs that you could choose from. So I plan to participate in that, and I want to stitch the winter ABCs. I've got all my thread, and I've got the fabric picked out. I just need to press it and get it in my Q-snaps or my roller frames, whichever I decide to use, and start working on that. That is a much bigger piece than I thought it would be. If you stitch it on 28 count, I believe it's like almost 20 inches long. That's a really big design, so I'm going to go with something smaller though. Well, that's really all I have. I hope that everyone has had a great 2018, because we are just about to roll over into 2019. So I wish you many blessings in 2019, and health, and just a lot of happiness. So, Happy New Year, and until next time, bye.